This is our 4th year to host the fireworks.
I know, I can't believe it.
I know. The fireworks extravaganza, courtesy of the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation and Foxwoods Resort Casino.
And we have fans.
We have fans everywhere we go, man. It's awesome. We're so glad to be doing this again, and there's no fog this year.
No.
There's no humidity.
It's a beautiful night.
And what time did you get here today?
I came at noon.
Yeah?
And then walked around for a couple hours, then went home and came back.
All right, I got here at like 8:30 because
oh, you're working?
I'm working, but I want to experience. I want to get here.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, coming to Sailfest is like a whole day or a whole weekend experience. And in case you just happen to drop in, we thought it'd be kind of fun to show you what it's like real quickly when things are getting organized and rolling. So
this is a very cool video.
This is very cool.
Yeah, very cool. So here you go.
So this lasts 1 minute. So.
Okay. Did you see the video? You know how the bolts come in and out?
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
That
I
is
love the
very,
boats and that. The boats come and go really fast, and the trains and setting up. It's really neat.
It is a really cool thing, and thanks so much to Shelly Yang who did that video. Again, I'm Rick Koster. This is Kathleen Edgecombe. We are your hosts, streaming from theday.com, waiting for the fireworks extravaganza.
Yes, we are.
And this is one of the best fireworks shows. It's like
it's
like
the best. It's the best.
It's like Platoon with fried dough, right?
Well, I guess.
Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe
I
not.
Go with Platoon.
I don't know.
Office Space. That's my favorite movie. So.
Well, I was trying to get
Office Space
the pyrotechnic aspect of it,
okay.
but we're awfully glad to be here with you guys, and it's every Sailfest is different.
Yes,
I mean, there's a lot of the common elements. But what did you see today, Kathleen,
Well,
that stuck in your mind?
Well, today I came down early, walked around, which I usually do, but they have, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the skate shop down on State Street, and I have to look at my notes because I'm old and I can't remember anything.
That's all right.
The Hive Skate Shop,
Yep.
Charlie King is the owner.
Okay.
They were selling bottles of water for $1 to raise money for an skateboarding
Skate park.
in New London, which they say definitely they are going to do.
I think
within
that's
a year.
wonderful.
So yeah, he was pretty
Anything
cool.
that
Yeah, he was cool, and they were doing little demonstrations on the sidewalk, so people were stopping by, and it was really neat. And he says anyone can skateboard. Age does not matter.
I'm just going to call you out on that one, Charlotte.
Yeah,
that ain't happening. Speaking of that, though, we have our table here, our tropical umbrella and all that stuff, but this is a Writer's Block Inc. T-shirt that I picked up today when they were playing at the Hygienic. What a wonderful organization that is.
Great. They're great.
Shout out
too.
to them.
Yep.
So what we're doing, we're waiting on the fireworks. It's kind of an inexact science trying to figure out when they start.
Right.
We have an ETA, but they got to clear the harbor. The Coast Guard's got to do it. So we kind of vamp it, and we thought we would run. Now, if they start, all bets are off. You can forget Kathleen and me. You'll lose the video or whatever. But one of the things that we like best about Sailfest is the Doolan family, Amusements, has put on the carnival here for years. They're great people. They do a great job. And we got to meet them last year. And so we thought we would roll this little video about how they set up and what they bring to Sailfest proper. So
here's the video.
home in 2 weeks or you'll be there forever. So 76 here at the end of July, and he's here in New London working probably harder than I am. If you wanted to see something, 60 years ago when he joined the carnival, that was a way to do it, and he saw the country. Kids today are very nurtured at home. When my dad was a kid, there was no internet, there was no, you can go anywhere in the world you want to go to right now sitting at your computer. You don't have to leave your house. It's a different world we live in, and the youth of today is definitely different than it was back then. They're not quite as adventuresome. Carnivals seem to get children from the time they start walking, strollers, on up through about the time they get their driver's license. Then they're too cool to be at the carnival.
Go high, gotta aim low, Mom.
You lose them after that for a little while till they have children again, and it's kind of a cycle.
If you were down there, you could, Hello.
So that's sort of an insight on how the whole carnival aspect of something like Sailfest works. Kathleen Edgecombe, Rick Coster, if you're with us on theday.com as we stream the fireworks extravaganza, thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
It's kind of hard to get down here if you, if you're at home or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, do you have relatives? Like your son's in Colorado. Will he be watching this?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's at a Rockies game, so I
Oh,
don't
well, Rockies game, Denver. Yeah, I could see that. But maybe the best 72 hours in the whole year in New London is Sailfest.
Oh, I agree. I love Sailfest.
I love, and you've been here your whole life.
I've been here my whole life. I've been to almost every one of them. And like you said earlier, everyone is different.
Every one of them is different.
So this year, you could get your palms read. You could join the NRA. You could join the Army.
Didn't you think it was sort of interesting that the National Rifle Association has a booth catty-cornered from like a peace and love booth, and but they all seem to be totally.
They were all peaceful.
Yes,
Yeah,
there was no Battle of Gettysburg or anything
No,
going
it
on in
wasn't.
Backstreet. But anyway, what else have you done today?
Well, I stopped by the New London Community Orchestra booth,
Yep.
and they had, by noontime, they had signed up a violinist, a bassoonist, a trombonist, and a flautist.
I think either one of those is correct.
So, and they had someone coming by with percussion who was interested in joining. So that was really neat. They're a pretty new group, and
That's tremendous.
did they give free concerts?
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
beautiful thing.
great, yeah, it is.
So you could get sea glass jewelry. You could buy a hula hoop. You could buy.
They were selling,
Carving
there's some
doors.
animal that's being
Oh
sold.
yeah. No, I got the thing.
It's a cobra.
It's a
No, it's not a cobra.
It's a sugar bear, which is really, I don't know how you say that. Pteris.
Well, that's
it's
like
a
Latin or
It's
something.
like a flying monkey. It's
All
a
right.
marsupial.
Yeah.
It costs $600, so it's a little pricey. But they were selling them.
I mean, if you come to a street fair and want to, you got an extra $600 to spend.
I know.
All right, so you know what? We're waiting on the fireworks. That is, every year the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation puts on this tremendous extravaganza. It's kind of an inexact science, as we said, and we're here waiting for this to happen. We just showed you a video about how the carnival sets up. And when we were doing that video, I sort of took a tangential turn last year, and I thought, people that grow up in the carnival, they have their own language, and I decided to learn it. And I thought it was sort of interesting.
And what can you say?
I can see a just about as out any theazang you would we as me tiazoo.
Okay, you know what's really scary? I understood that. You can say anything, just about anything.
Yes. Well, see, so anyway, here's a little thing on how the private indigenous language of Carnies. And again, if it's the fireworks start, we're going to take you straight there. Do you speak Kiazarni? It sees though he as happens, I do. Riazol's Riazide off the Tiazung, doesn't it? Stop me if you've heard this before. Someone's 16 years old, they're gonna quit school, run away from home, and join the carnival. Actually, don't stop me, because my sainted father literally did quit school at 16. He did run away, and he did join the carnival. And that explains how years later he was able to teach me to speak Carny. Carny is a language that circus and carnival workers invented so they could communicate with one another without the customers or the marks knowing what they were saying. As in, there's a Miazark, or Weazoops, the Fiazeris Weazil just expleazoted. Or even, I think, I Weazunt, a Neazother hot Diazog. Sadly, Carny as a language died out over the years. It's gone the way of Latin or Greek or Chaucerian Middle English. Nobody speaks it anymore. What I'm hoping someday you can go into any high school or university foreign language department and once again become fluent in Carny. Until that time though, why don't you just, the next time you're at a circus or a carnival, walk up to one of the workers and go, "He is a there, Kiazarni Miazan." Either he'll give you a high five or maybe he'll even give you a job fixing the Ferris wheel that exploded.
Okay, we're on.
All right,
when
Kathleen,
you spend,
we're counting
hundreds of
down.
hours
I
in the
feel like
pre-planning phase,
it's like
and
New Year's Eve or something. We're counting down the moments.
Wait, do we have a ball that's going to try?
We have
Yes.
a big whiskey bottle will fall off the top of our summer beach umbrella. It's Kathleen Edgecombe. I'm Rick Koster. We're streaming from theday.com. This is the fourth time we've had the privilege of introducing the fireworks extravaganza.
Yes, it is.
And thank you for joining us on theday.com. And we were talking earlier about some of the things that you saw today at Sailfest that resonated with you. And then both of us, when we were watching that last video, the boats, the sheer boat presence, it's always this way, but today was like...
No, it was nice today. Maybe
First of all,
it was a beautiful day.
It is, it's a beautiful day, no excessive heat, no humidity, but the Amistad's here, Mystic Whaler's here, so there's that super cool, but just in the river, people waiting to see the fireworks.
Yeah, the pleasure boaters.
The pleasure boaters, I counted at 10 a.m., I counted 50 of them.
Yeah, they were,
And all it did was make me bitter because I'm not rich enough to have one of those things. It's like, I can't even afford a kayak.
Don't you have friends?
Yeah, I got rich friends. You think they'd do anything for me? No, not a damn thing. Would they do it for you?
Yeah, last weekend I was out on a friend's boat.
You did?
Yeah, on the Connecticut River. It was great. It was great.
You and your rich friends with their boat.
That's
so
right.
At any moment, we're anticipating that the fireworks display will start. We showed you how the whole carnival setup works at something like Sailfest, which is there's 3 or 4 different major components, whether it's tomorrow there's a 5K run, everything, all that stuff's got to be coordinated. But it's really difficult to put a barge out in the middle of the Thames River and do this.
Filled with fireworks.
So we thought you guys might like to see a little bit in a video of how they set up the fireworks, and they do a wonderful job, and this is how that goes down.
Last year, when you spend hundreds of hours in the pre-planning phase, and you have all this choreography, and exactly what you're waiting finally to see the final product. When you have a night like that where you can't see anything, it's very frustrating, and certainly it's not really about us per se. I mean, we love it and we're enthusiastic about it and we go crazy. We certainly want to see it, but we also want people to enjoy our vision. There's so much that comes into play. It's not about necessarily, these events are very, very large in scope. They require a lot of emergency management. There's a lot of organization, a lot of planning, a lot of spectators. The decisions are made for a variety of reasons, not necessarily always based upon what the end firework product would be. When you deal with musically choreographed fireworks displays, we're always constantly trying to make sure that we're coming up with the most original types of arrangements of music, along with soundtracks that appeal to people of all different ages. You're going to see just a wide array of different types of fireworks. The range of colors from aquas to pinks to the fine golden umbrellas that we normally would shoot. So some standard classics, and then just a lot of pulsing strobes we'll be using during different arrangements. We're shooting one of the soundtrack selections is Pompeii this year by Bastille. For us, it's it's more of just coming to do what we do and really just putting on a great display. We were ready last year, you know, a day in advance. We'll be ready again today. And it'll just be more of just final preparation and organization tomorrow to just get the barges in place. So I think for us, it's somewhat kind of like a rematch, but it's more of just, we want to see the end product, you know, we want the people to enjoy, like I said, that vision. So I think that's really what we're looking forward to the most, because it is a beautiful, beautiful area to display fireworks.
That's Satch.
Was that sad?
The following is a present.
Hello.
You caught us just as we shot the peace sign to Kathleen's husband, Satch. It's kind of a family atmosphere here, and
we have fans.
we have a fan.
Oh, we have a fan.
We have a fan, and you're married to him, so that's
he
a
has
good
to be a
thing.
fan.
I'm Rick Coster, and this is Kathleen Edgecombe, my friend and colleague, and we have worked together at the Day for 18 years.
A long time.
Long time. It's the 38th Sailfest, and we are here to introduce the fireworks extravaganza brought to you each year by the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation. It's going to happen at any moment. They're ready.
Right.
I think that in these post 9/11 times, you got to make sure the harbor's safe.
Yeah.
And
everyone's buckled down. And
buckle down. What have you eaten today? Because I'm thinking we're here on top of the roof at the Day, and we're right down the hall. The newsroom's right down the hall from the sports department.
Yep.
Those guys are animals. Like,
He said that. I didn't say
you
that.
know, lovable, fuzzy animals. But Dave Davis, he brought us some. What did he bring us?
He brought us chompers.
Chompers,
Which are crispy balls of bacon, ground beef, and cheddar cheese. Which, when I read that, and I was walking by the booth with my husband this morning or this afternoon, I said, "Wait, we got to sit down." He goes, "Really? Does that make your knees buckle?"
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but chompers is what the U.S. Tour de France team trains on. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't imagine.
So that's what you ate. We tried a chomper.
We tried them. They were okay. They were okay.
I mean, it's a heavy thing.
Yeah.
It's not light.
I had beef on a stick.
Yeah.
Shish kebab, which was really good. I had some spring rolls, which were good. I had a waffle, ice cream, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and chocolate sprinkles. But it was a half a waffle. So.
You had all that?
Yeah, it was great.
I'm so proud of you. Did you have any beer yet?
No, not yet.
No, all right. Well, because, you know, it's after dark. They kept us out here late.
We're waiting.
Waiting.
You know, if I could have, if it was a company policy, I would have put one in here, but this is just water.
Thank you for bringing these pineapple glasses. Because this is a festive thing. We got a beach umbrella, we got shark fins in case we need to go.
What about you? Did you eat anything today?
I had a chili cheese dog from Ryan's Pub. That was pretty delicious. And then I had, actually I stopped, can I say what restaurant? Yeah. Because are we getting a signal that things are starting?
I don't know.
Huh. It's kind of hard to figure out here. It was a shadowy figure giving us a cryptic message. But
they haven't started yet.
They haven't started yet.
Well, one year they started in the middle of, remember we were talking?
Yeah.
And it was foggy?
Yes.
And all of a sudden it was like full-blown fireworks. We had no idea.
I'm sure everybody out there that actually might be watching this
must be getting ready.
Was here 2 years ago when the fog bank rolled in.
Yeah.
And to their credit, they tried to go ahead. They did it. They shot off all 30 minutes worth of fireworks.
Oh, it was.
You couldn't see anything.
The fog turned an occasional pink or red or green, but that was it.
It was like someone holding a flashlight.
I think it started.
Is it starting?
I think it's
Here we go. You guys enjoy.